That's like, then you know who you are, because you're the one who sees the being and knows that whether beingness is coming or going, it makes no difference to that one. That selfless self. The being is that I am, I exist. There's a state other than myself that's perceived. But once I know that this state other than myself has arisen on myself, on my spontaneous presence, this idea, this root concept has emerged, then that means that when it dissolves, the one that was prior to its emergence is still here. Because of the witnessing of both the emergence and the, whatever you want to call it, the falling back or the dissolving. There's a witness to both of those, and that is your selfless self. Without any need for ideas or beliefs, without need for beingness, without need for world, without need for anything. That one. And even to say one, immediately you have to say other or something or two. It just is. Everything is arising on your spontaneous presence. And everything that appears on your presence is an illusion and is not needed for you.
But the funny thing is, we don't really know what the selfless self is. We're not capable of knowing.
But it's going to introduce itself to you.
It's an experience. It's an experience. I guess but it isn't a thing. It isn't knowable in the sense that we know objects. It's not knowable in that way.
Well, the sense of presence that you're sensing, there's a knower of that sense of presence, and that knower is yourself. But your knowingness is formless. It doesn't need a form. It doesn't take a form. There's no past, present, or future. It's outside of time because it's unborn, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you experience this through body form, because this supposed other is how you use the instrument to know yourself in a real sense, is this body. Hold on, Keith just popped up saying something. Let's see. We know no one needs to know in order to be, but we believe that if something is not known, it can't exist. We live in contradiction. Well, the only way that selfless self knows itself is through the body. It senses this sense of presence and identifies that as something, I exist, that feeling, I exist. And the truth is, selfless self will show. That's why these moments like you were talking about in mantra, this engraving of the reality, these insights that come through selfless self, using the instrument of mind, and it's viewing the back of the mind. It's like, okay, here's the screen of mind, and something over here, which is your own selfless self, engraves this insight on the screen of mind and then sees this insight firsthand and knows that I don't need this body. I just don't. I see how this is. I see how this spirit clicked with the body. I see that the body was a formation. And then there was this energy that moved it around. But then that energy became a knowing. And there was a self-knowing knowledge of this body and the recognition of this world. And then these thoughts and these concepts to try and explain everything that I don't know. So I fill in the gaps with I don't know with what I believe. And then others from outside are also giving me beliefs and filling me so that I don't know becomes I know it all. And then I lose myself because the reality is I know. Like if I'm going through a bad time, I'm not the bad time, nor am I the person going through the bad time. I'm the knower of this experience. And this experience and myself are one. I'm the knowing of this. Just like the knowledge in a library, you can't say, show me the knowledge in a library. The books are filled with all kinds of knowledge, but you can't make what is the knowledge of all these books. You can show that people have degrees and they know these things, but you can't show the knowledge. Maharaj, Nisargadatta Maharaj used to all the time say, show me Mumbai. You know, his scoop up of dirt. Is this Mumbai? No, Mumbai is the whole, it's the totality of everything. All the people, all the, man, this Facebook thing is getting annoying here. It keeps popping up. You know, Mumbai is the totality of everything, and you can't show it. Just like when you say, show me Kathleen. Show me Kathleen. You cannot.